Okay, Joseph, we will be discussing Group A. Group A, we have Ivory Coast, Equatorial Guinea, Sierra Leone, and Algeria. And at the end of that group, Ivory Coast topped the group with 2 wins and 1 draw. They ended up with 7 points, 6 goals for and 3 goals against. Equatorial Guinea came second with 2 wins and 1 loss, and a goals difference of 1. They scored 2 and 1 against. Sierra Leone came third with 2 draws, 1 loss, and a 2 points. And Algeria actually came last in that group with 1 point. They only drew 1 and lost 2. So I just needed to explain what happened here, Kali.
That's the biggest disappointment of the tournament.
Yeah.
Algeria not qualifying from the group. Algeria finishing bottom of the group. That's the biggest story of this competition so far. Defending champions, a lot was expected from them. Everybody thought, even if they don't retain the title, they will have, they will be at least get to the semi-final stage. But I can't explain what happened to Algeria. Before the tournament, they were the most feared team in Africa.
Of course.
They were beating people for fun. They had not lost a game in a long time. Yep. They even went to the Arab. They went to the Arab Cup and they even won the Arab Cup. Beating, I think, Tunisia in the finals. It was shocking to now see how they played. At the Afcon. I can't explain it. I've tried and tried and tried to
my
make
question
sense.
Is what happened? What happened? These guys have played together.
I can't. They were beating.
It's not a new team. It's not a new coach. This is the same coach, the same team. They've been together. They had a fantastic World Cup qualification. They played in the Arab Cup. We all saw even all their friendly matches. What happened in the tournament itself? What went wrong?
I don't know. I can't explain it. It's not something you can easily. They were so poor. They weren't converting their chances.
Yeah.
They were conceding goals. And you begin to ask yourself, is this the same Algeria?
And they were not like
dominating
dominating
has been on a long-standing winning run.
They were not dominating games. They were not clearly at playing their opponents.
They couldn't keep possession, which was something that was one of their strengths. They couldn't keep possession. They couldn't boss games, and that was a problem. And they were conceding goals.
And they had all their players.
It's a shame, really, but it's not something that anybody can easily explain. It can't be explained. No matter how hard you try, it cannot be explained. But kudos to Côte d'Ivoire on their part. They got their job done. I predicted that Algeria and Ivory Coast would go through the group. Well, Ivory Coast 1-2 drew 1. They did what they needed to do. And Pepe looks like a different player. Totally different from the Pepe at Arsenal. Yes, Zaha not really been starting games. All the other guys, are also there. But Pepe has actually been one of the most outstanding Ivorian players at this tournament. And a lot of credit to him and how he's been able to carry this team forward.
Okay. Let's quickly discuss Group F. Group F, we had Mali, Gambia, Tunisia, and Mauritania. And at the end of the group, Mali topped the group with 7 points. And surprisingly, Gambia came second with Tunisia. 7 points. Both won 2 matches and drew 1. And Mali actually topped the group because they had a superior goals difference of 3, because they had goals for and goal against 1, while Gambia had 3 goals for and 1 against. Tunisia, surprisingly, who was team to top that group, came third, but luckily qualified. They won 1 and they lost 2 of their matches. They had 4 goals for and 2 goals against. Mauritania expectedly came last. They lost all their matches and had a goals against for 7, and they didn't score throughout the tournament. They were so poor. So what do you think? Who is Gambia? What are the players in Gambia, and what are we expecting so far going in terms of Gambia?
Well, so Gambia in qualifiers, they had a very good path or good road to the African Cup of Nations. The last two games that they lost was against New Zealand and Kosovo. In other friendly games they played, last year they played some games. You saw them away to Niger. They beat Niger. At home to Togo, they beat Togo. In the African Cup of Nations, whatever qualifiers, they beat the likes of Angola and Gabon. And it tells you that they're already building something. They were gradually building something. They came to the tournament with a lot of confidence. And I remember the first interview the manager granted, he said, we're going to surprise many. A lot of people don't even know us, but we're going to surprise many. And that some people need to be too late. By the time they realize who we are, we'll have gone past them. And that's what they've done all tournament long. Kudos to them, the way they played. They are not the best football playing side, but they are very effective. And that effectiveness is what has carried them to the next round of the competition. So kudos to Gambia. Tunisia, disappointing. I thought they were going to at least, qualify second, but that didn't happen in the group because they had a lot of COVID problems. They had injury problems, but those were no excuse because so many other teams also had the same issues. But Tunisia didn't really play like a normal North African sides that we know, and Gambia took advantage, and that's why they qualified second.
Joseph, thank you once again for giving us this time to review the group matches. Before we go on the group matches, I want to ask you some questions. Which team do you think impressed you most during the group stages?
Nigeria.
Apart from Nigeria,
because I didn't expect them to play as well as they're playing. I didn't expect to see this level of seed, and so yeah, they have been the most impressive side.
Okay, so apart from Nigeria, which other teams, like two more teams, do you think impressed you?
Cameroon. I've been pretty impressed by Cameroon, and then Gabon, without their best players playing as well as they're doing, yeah, I've been impressed.
Okay,
as well.